right, the last few notes fade away, and here we go again. So happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to the show. So I did play a little bit last night offline and move things ahead a bit. Try to explain that, do a little recap to lead off. We're playing more Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We've advanced the storyline, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, let's have a look. And we'll call up the crows. Okay, so start with a map view. This is where we are currently, down in Nabokov Fortress. So basically what we did yesterday is we opened up a couple areas that had been closed before to us. Trotsky Castle being one, and Nabokov Fortress being the other. How'd this happen, you may ask? Well, this is all due to a wedding feast that happened in Samin, right here. So there was a great wedding feast, and it ended up turning into a huge brawl, and Hans came in to save Henry's ass from, he's getting literally kicked in the ribs. And it was a huge brawl, and they end up getting thrown in prison in Trotsky Castle, which is not the way they wanted to get in. But the Lord of the Castle never, who was the father of the groom, it's so convoluted, got in, didn't make it in time for the wedding. So that was their hope, was that they were going to talk to him there, make their diplomatic pitch to him. He never showed up. So Henry was a little bit despondent that he couldn't advance his own agenda. But that was all solved by being thrown into prison here. So Henry basically was being charged for disorderly conduct at that wedding. However, Hans was also charged for that, as well as poaching, which is a capital offense. You don't hunt in the local lord's lands without their permission. And since the local lord wasn't here, and at this point, Lord of the Manor still wasn't back at the castle, he was set to be hanged. He was set to be hanged at 12 bells, as it turns out. So Henry had a grand adventure trying to delay the execution, or actually stay the execution. And he did that by reaching the captain of the guard, who they'd met at the early scenes of the game down here. The captain of the guard had been badly injured and was in a fever state and unable to really be of any assistance. Henry made a potion through some sneakery around the castle. He had to sneak around and trespass and do all kinds of questionable acts. Actually, those were the most questionable ones. But he managed not to get caught and got the potion to him in time, and it was very dramatic. Right at the gallows, in the final seconds before they kicked the stand out from underneath Hans's feet, which would have killed him. And the captain of the guard showed up, and all was well. And the Lord of the Manor came riding in right at the same time. Had been wounded in battle and lost most of his company. And so we broke from that scene and came back with everyone was healed up to a certain degree, at least enough to have the diplomatic chat that they had been much longing for. Hans and Henry stated their case on behalf of one side of the Civil War, and basically trying to convince Lord of the Manor that it was worth not fighting between the Bohemian nobility, basically. They should pull together and stop destroying their lands. So he at least heard them out and is considering it. In the meantime, of course, Henry and Hans have been tasked to do something else and have been sent down to Nabokov Castle, which we couldn't get into before, the fortress here. They locked us out. the effort is to try to convince this local lord, and lower nobility is the term they used, to release some of his men to come up here and put together enough of a fighting force that they can counter the bandits that are destroying everything in the area. The opportunists of civil war are taking their time to go across the lands and raid and pillage and enrich themselves at the cost of everyone else, and law and order and all that good stuff. So Henry and Hans are down here in the Bogcup Forest, and jump out of here quickly. I picked up a few levels of things at the end of the day for a few perk points here and there at the completion of that that major point in the plot line, in the storyline, which was great. So Henry's down in the Bogcup Fortress. He's swinging wildly at everything. Sir Hans has gone to his own little noble area up top here where the fancy people go. Henry's been giving a less fancy, however handsome room, befitting his station as a commoner. And he's been introduced to Michael here, who was one of the local, I don't know if he's like a sergeant or what he is, but he's an adjutant, as you can see here. So I'm supposed to talk to him, and so we shall. Hello, Michael.
I heard Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
So yeah, Lord von Berghoff is the noble who owns the lands around Trotsky Castle. So he's kind of the big deal in the area. And I don't know how coy I want Henry to be with this new guy. I'm gonna go out with it.
Calling his loyal men to arms to fight back against the bandits running rampant.
Moody.
Now you're talking.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the resub, and good to see you.
Around these parts as well. How many men does Lord von Berghoff have?
Okay, little pause there. Yeah, good to see you. Hope you're getting all set up at home, getting it cozy. Yeah, it's been 5 months. That's crazy. So in some ways it seems longer, but 5 months is also a long time. So I'm doing okay. I'm just getting started. Just picking up where I left off last night. Oh, here, cleaning up the old place. That's the less sexy part of moving, is having to deal with the old place, I guess. But it'd be good to get it over with, I'm sure. I've moved way too many times in my life. It's never fun. Thanks very much for the sub, though. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm very happy. Last night I got to jump the storyline ahead a bit, and got to look around a bit. But it's kind of a diplomatic intrigue now that the main character's caught up in, and trying to get enough forces pulled together to fight the bandits that are ravaging the area. So it's interesting. So Henry's playing the role of diplomat in his own sort of commoner kind of way, but he's doing a pretty good job of it.
He's got some, but definitely less than he'd like to. That's why we're here.
Well, hopefully enough. I bet my left nut Lord Yaromir will send me. Tell me one thing, though, because I can't wrap my head around it. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Pirkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to
Someone found a Mosin.
So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Pirkstein, is somehow significant.
Yeah.
One day he'll inherit several castles and a lot of wealth.
Well, best stick with him until that happens. And you're his what? Page, servant?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it.
How are the sound levels, Smody?
I take care
Pretty
of
good.
his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel
If I may.
with Jeremy, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly
fun.
duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
Let's do it. These little tournaments are a good way to improve my skills, my melee fighting skills. So
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon.
See how good this guy is.
At any place.
Then you're the right man in the right place. Get your kit ready, and we can get stuck in.
yeah. Probably better armored than him, but it's his idea. So here we go. I'm gonna do a little inquiring first, I
I don't
guess.
want to pry, Michael, but Sir Yaramir said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and a dull one at that.
Let's go do our fight. I can pick that up later.
You're right.
Need some action.
Life's too short for boring stuff.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm sure I can talk to someone else.
You don't have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in the little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
Let's go longsword, brother.
Give me a longsword.
You must fancy yourself a master swordsman. I can't wait to see what you can do with it. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on.
Maybe underwhelming, but here we go. So that oh, he's going shield and
Ready?
axe. So the thing with this is stamina.
Jesus! I'm hit!
Well, you did ask for a fight.
Blood neighbor!
So my stamina's down to nothing now, which means it's harder to block. His oh man, he's got stamina galore.
A good fight.
I'll be damned if
An
there's
honourable.
anyone in these parts who can match me. Yeah, I'd say. I haven't had such a good stretch in a long time. The good name of Lord Yaramir has been defended. But you defended Lord Capon's too. You fought well. If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon. She'll be happy if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice's work, or try Pelzel in the stables. I'm sure he'd love to show you how we hold races to pass the time. And if you
Ooh.
want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery with Mark. I reckon you'll find him on the gate.
So this would be a good. Holy shit! I got crap beat out of me. Okay, I should probably find a place to heal here. It sounds like this is a good place to practice a lot of my skills. Oh, there's a blacksmith here. How nice. Including blacksmithing. Better put my sword away. Okay, that was fun. Let me just have a look at the map. So I did lose the opportunity to find out more about the horses. So there must be a story about how he acquired all these fine horses. It's such a small castle, too. Okay, there's this guy. That's the guy I just fought. Maybe I should have went with this. Anyway, I didn't.
At a loose end, sir? Dice will help pass the time.
Yeah, I'll play with you in a bit. Need to look around first. Talk to everyone.
What's going on? You're all covered in blood, lad.
Tell me,
Did he get
How's
cleaned
life
up?
in the fortress?
Nothing much. The days drag on, one much like another. What's worse, today I copped a shit job. Here with all the shit. But tomorrow will be better. I'm going on a patrol around the local area. I can't wait.
I know what you mean. What's your job today?
The prisoners?
You have prisoners?
Aye. Why else would I be standing here?
Good point. Who are the poor sods?
A couple of poachers. They're waiting to see what his lordship will do to them. God be with you. And maybe wash up a bit, will you?
Yeah, I know, I stink. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, poachers get dealt with rather harshly. It's a capital offense to hunt on a noble's lands, and they could actually be hung or executed, whatever the flavor of the manner is here. They could be chopped up or hung from a rope or
Sorry.
pulled apart by horses or whatever the medieval method of the locals is.
I've got this pretty pilgrim's badge. If you ain't
See if I can find that nice lady who's going to help heal me. That you? You're no lady. What's out of here? Oh, maybe that's her. Clara.
Greetings, sir. I watched your duel against Michael. It was amazing. Don't take your defeat to heart. Michael's pretty tough. None of the men here can match him.
Aye. I found out the hard way.
But they usually get battered even worse. You really made him work for his victory, didn't you?
Oh, that's a
My
nice way to
best.
say.
And that's why I'm here, in fact. He knocked me about a bit. I was wondering if you'd take a look at my wounds, if you've got a moment.
That's what I'm here for. Show me so I know if I need to apply ointment, stitches, or the saw.
It surely won't be all that bad.
Don't worry, Sir Knight. You'll live here in one piece. Well,
Okay.
I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye. Much better. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad. Will you tell me who you are?
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer. We're on a mission from Lord Bombergov.
Oh, I'm Clara. Nice to meet you, Sir Knight.
I'm not a knight, actually.
Oh, how come? You look like one.
Yeah.
Knights are a separate class. Not every noble with a sword is a knight, you know.
Please explain it to me then.
Knight is the title of part of the lower nobility, but that doesn't mean that they're genuine dubbed knights. To be dubbed a knight, take the oath and so on, you first have to serve as a page for some time. And then you perform some great feat, like heroism in battle, and only then are you rewarded with knighthood.
My word. I had no idea it was that complicated. I'd love to hear more, but I have to go and get some more herbs. I'm running low. Would you like to come with me and maybe tell me something about yourself?
Aha. Like my options here. Yeah, that's
I will be only too happy to escort such a comely maid.
Comely? You'll make me blush. Come on then, let's go. If I don't get back soon, the sick will start to treat themselves with schnapps, and that wouldn't do. Shall we go?
you betcha.
Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights, or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
She's a chatty one. My health is slowly going up too, which is nice. She did a very good job. Just to reply with Q.
Did the countryside here make such an impression on you? I was hoping I'd get to know you a bit.
Oh,
Oh well, at least you can help me. You won't have to say a word.
I clicked the wrong thing, damn it. Aw. Maybe I'll get a chance to talk with her later.
So I went to see my brother. And? To talk about the inheritance. But
Had all kinds of crazy encounters in bathhouses yesterday.
but he drools all over himself.
Where else? Yeah, there's some, they weave medieval sexuality into this game sort of in an interesting way. Most of it's kind of fade to black, of course, but still interesting. And there is a line of this where you can have a relationship forms, let's say, between Hans and Henry, so which has caused much of a stir in the various chat communities out there. I don't see where it hurts having options for gameplay, so my own personal stance. Good, maybe we'll talk to her again. She seemed very nice.
This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor, and if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have my guts for garters.
Does Sir Yaramir treat you badly?
Not at all. He's a good master, but strict, I can't lie. Still, now you're here, you can help me with those herbs. Then maybe we'll find a moment.
For dawdling? I can.
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
Yeah, what would be okay?
I know quite a bit about herbs, I think. So just tell me what's wrong with your lads, and I'll come up with a remedy.
Really? So tell me how to treat fever, say, or shortness of breath.
In that case, you'll need sage and chamomile, maybe some poppy or marigold. Am I right?
Aye, exactly right. I've got enough chamomile. It's the rest I need. Above all, the marigold. Since you know all about it, you'll be back in a jiffy, won't you? It all grows in the glade here, but sometimes it takes a while to find.
I think I'll manage.
I'm a helpful guy. All right. See what I can find. Marigold. Marigold, poppy, sage. Got it. Dandelions. Chamomile. I'm out picking flowers. It's a game of flower picking. Pretty good. Also brutal hand-to-hand combat. Thistles. Valerian. This is a good field. It's got a lot of things in it. Hey, Marigold. I need 4 of 8. Okay. One more and I'm... Check one off. Okay, what else do I need? I already forgot. Poppies and sage. Poppy should be easy to find. Brilliant red. Okay. Do I have enough? I can do. So I just need sage now, which will be harder to find. Dog keeps blocking me. Marigold, okay. Ah, here we go, sage. Okay, one more. Oh. Awesome, okay. I am the success. Good news, Clara.
I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. You've really helped me out.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will. Don't worry. But first, I want to show you something. Hurry.
Okay, I'm supposed to chase after her. Claire, if it's a wolf, I'm going to be very pissed off. Oh, nice little glade.
Now tell me what's so important that you couldn't tell me back there in the glade.
I wanted to give you a riddle.
A riddle? Why?
You'll know soon enough. Now listen. I bloom in silence, a petal's grace, a delicate charm in a hidden place, a whispered scent, a subtle ploy. What am I, elusive and coy? Solve this riddle, unlock the joy.
Sometimes I don't like the options they give you, but I mean, they can only give you so many options.
The only petal I see here is called Clara.
The right answer. And
Aha.
now for your reward.
Whoa. Okay. I didn't expect it to go right there.
Hear us in the fortress. People wouldn't half talk.
Woody, you're really missing
You're
something.
as good as that on the battlefield. May God have mercy on your enemies.
I'm not so considerate on the battlefield, because as a true knight, I must do everything I can for a damsel in distress.
You'll soon be a begging knight if you carry on like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I can grind the seeds and the like, but not every damsel in distress knows the recipe.
I expected a little bit of flirty. I didn't expect them to get naked, but you know, what are you gonna do? Might as well enjoy it.
Stay a while longer.
No, up you get. I've got enough herbs and the sick are waiting. Pass me my clothes, please.
Sure. I should get dressed too.
Farewell for now, Henry, and thanks for your help.
Anytime. Okay. Okay, the happy music now for Henry as he floats along to the next task. Oh, that reminds me, I have to check this thing. So we got, excuse me, what's the buff called again? Hidden Flower. Okay, yeah. It's also known as the Clara buff at this point because she made it an extra nice day. Well, that's some unexpected sunshine, but like I say, the game has some unexpected turns. There goes Clara. I won't bother again. Now. Oh, work area here. Villagers give me a knowing look.
Moment, I'm going into the woods to collect dead wood, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. Wait a minute. Oh shit, I just pulled up my bow.
You want to stop fooling around? Very good.
There we go.
What? What are you on about?
Nothing, sir. Just saying I'm off to collect some kindling. I thought you might give me a hand.
That sounds a little bit questionable, to say the least. No, not doing it. Not playing that game, sir.
God grant you health. Feed the pigs, weed the beds, fix the roof, stitch my clothes. I don't have no time for chat.
This is a very flirty second act we have here. Chat with this guy. He must be the groom. Yeah.
Greetings. What do you need?
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye, right beauties, ain't they?
There must be more of them than men in the fortress. That many horses must have cost a fortune.
That's right. Sir Yaramir had a stroke of luck.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is Noble's business. I shouldn't go flapping my lips about it.
So there is something dodgy about it, eh?
Bollocks! It's all above board, especially our horses. Why not do something for your own lord's honor instead of insulting my lord's honor? We
point.
sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your riding skills, eh?
Certainly could. I got time to kill here. Go with this one.
Don't try that on me. My pa was a blacksmith, so I had horseshoes and hooves in my hand before I could walk. And I've met enough horse folk to know you shouldn't trust them further than you can throw them.
What do you mean?
The horses. Where did Lord Nebat get them?
All right, if you insist. Well, lucky for him, but not so lucky for others. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey on folk here. We tore into them and hacked them to pieces. A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses, and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
Repatriated.
I see. Take good care of those horses, then.
I will. And you, sir. Maybe I mentioned it before, but if you're at a loose end, the horses need to stretch their legs a bit. You could help us out. Just a little race around the area. It would do the horses good. And you, too. And if you managed to beat our lad, you wouldn't go away empty-handed.
Why not? Let's do it.
I'll race.
Thy will be done. The race is from here to Nabokov Mill. That's down the path there and to the right after the little bridge. At the mill, there's this granary in front of the dike, and behind that, a willow tree. You go between the granary and the willow, and then back to the fortress. First one back here wins. You'll be taking on Hurtle. He's our best horseman, so you'll have your work cut out.
Oh
None
my.
of us can beat him, but if you manage to, fuck it. I'll give you one of our finest saddles, whatever the cost.
That's fair. Let's do it.
Great. I'll call Hurtle, and you can get cracking.
Okay.
What does that Pelzel eat? His breath
Wait.
stinks. Go.
Whoa. Why am I not controlling? There we go. I wasn't ready for this. They're a little fast on the horn.
Quick.
Yeah, I got you now. I got my sword out too. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, into a tree.
Quick. Quick.
Catch this fucker.
Go.
Pretty good. Between a willow tree and the mill? What? Whoa. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, shit. I can catch him. I can catch him.
Go. Go.
He had home field advantage. He knew how to go around that willow tree.
Go.
Come on, baby. We got him.
Quick.
Had him. Out of the way.
Quick.
Come on, I want that saddle.
Quick. Quick.
going off the road. I don't know if I just cheated or not. I think I cheated. I lost them.
Quick!
Oh, this isn't good.
Quick! Quick!
I lost, yeah. Okay, if I did it again, I might be okay, but I didn't know the course that well. Wah, wah. Well, good time. Shouldn't they be mocking me or something? Where did they go?
Feed the pigs, weed the beds.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Stitch my clothes. I don't have no time for chat.
Okay, I don't know where he went, but maybe we can try it again. A little further down the line. Oh, there he is.
Well, you gave it a go, but Hurtle's just too good. Don't take it to heart, but I reckon you could beat him. If you want another try, just say the word. Getting away from his guard duty for a race will make Hurtle's day.
Let's do it one more time.
That Hurtler really is good. I want to race him again.
You don't give up easy, I see.
Never.
Great. I'll call Hurtle and you can get cracking.
I know the course now, so this should be a little easier. Oh. I think he was ahead of the horn. Call a false start. Mr. Hurdle.
Quick!
Thanks for the follow, Campo. Sorry, in the middle of a horse race, so I'm just gonna wait a second here to be a proper greeting.
Quick! Go!
Aha.
Go!
Just have to remember how to get around the willow tree, which is right in the middle there. Okay.
Quick! Go!
Okay. Back we go.
Quick!
A little bit of a lead. Can't look behind me. Oh, there he is.
Quick!
Why am I tiring? There we go.
Quick!
Almost there.
Quick! Go!
I got it. Yeah. There we go. Just had another course better. Oh, there he goes. I beat him by quite a bit.
You're right. Great race. Is Hurtle really your best horseman?
He certainly is. But you're a different class altogether, I see. You beat Hurtle, so, like I promised, the saddle is yours.
The pleasure is all mine.
If you're so delighted, race again.
Got a nice Hungarian saddle out of this deal. Not bad. So yeah, thank you very much for the follow, Campo. Appreciate it. Henry's having a good day so far. Met a lovely lady. Won a horse race. Has a new saddle. Enjoy our moment while we can. I want to have a look at the inventory if I can put that on the horse or not. See, I've got a Prague saddle right now. Oh, I should bump that over to him. There it is. Move that to the horse, and then we can have a look at the horse. See, it actually is a better saddle. I don't know what the main stat is on a saddle. A little bit heavier. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Show off our new thing. What else do I have to do down here? So I have to wait for Sir Hans to finish up the meeting with the local lord. What else can I do out here? Poke around a bit. There might be someone. Oh, I could do archery training. That's what I could do. Seems like a somewhat dangerous place to put archery targets right next to the horses. Let's see. Okay. I can also gamble. I can probably sharpen up my weapons. So many things to do. Usually they assign someone to the archery range, but I don't see anyone here. Yeah, it seems like a bad idea. Line up all the horses right behind the archery targets. I'll have a poke around these little cottages over here to see if there's anyone I can talk to.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
A lot of time's passed. Sir Hans's meeting is most likely over.
Oh,
I should wait
you
for him at the
pooch.
stables.
Okay, I just woke that guy up, so not too angry. Getting all geared up. Whoop. Duck. So the narrator, or Henry, just realized that we can go back and talk to Sir Hans now that he's finished this meeting.
Oh, Christ.
And avoid all the horse manure.
It's a good thing you've come. We're all finished here.
Oh, he's right here.
Now back to Trusky. Time to get back in the saddle. Excellent! My favorite retainer and protector just when I need him. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaromir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
I had a great time.
I
I did some riding. The locals have this race here. I left their rider so far behind, it'll keep him up at night.
Ha! Good stuff! Nobody gets the better of us Ratai lads. But now back to our duties. We return to Lord von Bergov.
All right. I think I've seen enough here for now. I didn't mention Clara, because discretion is the better part of valor.
I agree.
So we fast travel back up to Trusky Castle. Nighttime, or it was nighttime. Cutscene moment.
this place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. We'll pass on Sir Yaramiri's messages to Lord von Bergov, and our work will be done.
See him
Of
now.
course. Let's see him at once.
Okay.
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry,
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Yaromir? How many of his men can I count on?
First of all, Sir Yaramiri sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good health. He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised 2 armored horsemen and 3 infantry bowmen.
Roughly what I expected. Thank you, Lord Capon. The reserves are being assembled, and we'll soon have a strong enough force to deal with that rebel.
I'm not sure what he who he is mentioning here, and he had lots of men. I don't know if that's Sir Yaramir. Let's go with this.
When will they arrive?
He said he'd send them tomorrow.
Okay.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Sir Yaromir is pleased that the Nebakov banner will be flying above a war party again after so long. Thank you, gentlemen, for this little service. But we haven't been idle either. I have some news you might be interested in. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men haven't yet got a word out of him.
What about torture, sir?
Uh-oh.
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner, and it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But the bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him,
I'm not doing
I
torture.
will not hold you back. Make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt. And if someone in the region is helping them, I want to know who.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I've a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
I'm
All
bored.
the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up arms against us.
Oh, this is gonna get nasty. Sir Hans might do it, but yeah. Okay, we do have a way out of this. Good, or a way around it.
Well, we'll interrogate him, sir. But I confess torture is as distasteful for me as it is for your men.
I thought you would want to settle scores for the ambush.
Have you forgotten what they did to Oates and the others? What they put us through?
No, I haven't. But I'm a Christian, and I won't lower myself to their level. We'll get it out of him without torture.
We shall see about that. But who knows? Maybe you will have more success than my men. You have already surprised me once or twice, so I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's true. And you, Henry?
Oh, Jesus. I've met with a lot of people. I don't know where to begin. The other was the murder. Yeah, that was strange. I'll go with that one. This is from the wedding of last night.
A strange thing happened. Young Semyon rushed off from his own wedding as soon as the ceremony was over. He left his bride there. On their wedding night. The poor girl was devastated.
Interesting. That was around the time your company was attacked, was it not?
You are right. That is truly strange coincidence. Young Olda. I don't like where this is going. But we have to uncover the truth. I hope the answers are waiting for us below. In the dungeon. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. That is all. Inform me about what you get out of the bandit.
All right, another training opportunity. Okay, Pongo. Necessary evil. Where the hell do you go? Off to chase ladies, no doubt. Oh, I just went in the guy's bedroom. Ah, here we go. Lady, my lady. The Widow Volka. Oh, there he is.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, we finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. You know how they say the ends justify the means? That applies exactly to our situation. Like I said, if we can manage it without torturing, all the better. But on the other hand, those fuckers had no mercy either.
Hmm.
I don't have a good feeling about it.
Look at it another way. We're doing von Bergov a favor by doing this. You know what that means, right? He'll be indebted to us. And maybe we'll come to terms with him. It's worth a try.
What'll we do? I mean, we're not going to actually torture someone, are we?
Maybe we won't even have to if he sings. But you heard von Bergov. We can't back out now.
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can. Torturing people. What have I gotten myself into?
All right, let's see what this looks like. I do remember seeing a branding iron down here of some sort. Various other instruments.
That you don't feel like it.
I'm trying to say it was done last week.
It's not really proper work for a blacksmith.
It's up to us again.
If it's as you say it is, then you're probably right. And I'm glad you went.
Shit.
Yes. Maybe we can use our charm and our wits.
Praise the Lord.
Aye, praise the Lord. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. Down deeper and deeper to the castle.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
You go first.
Thanks, Hans.
New blood? Did the last two get tired?
We're not Trotsky guards.
I don't give a fuck who you are. I still won't tell you anything.
Lord von Bergov thinks otherwise.
Aye? Then all three of you can go and hold hands on your way to hell.
Ha ha! We've got a joker here. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That's for us to judge, if you wouldn't mind.
And who are you, if you're not guards?
Try the conversational approach.
My name is Henry, and this is Hans Capon.
Sir Hans Capon to you.
We're here at the behest of Lord von Bergov, but we're not his soldiers.
Vermin just the same.
You know what? Let's try it the easy way. If you tell us what we want to know, nothing will happen to you.
Fuck off, bastard!
This is going nowhere. You know, my friend here is a blacksmith's son. And he knows well what to do with things like these tongues here.
You won't get anything out of me. Bigger men have tried. So take those tongs and shove them up your arse, you horse and traitor!
I'm no traitor.
Everyone who's in league with that bastard von Bergov is a traitor!
Shut your mouth! No filthy bandit and murderer is going to lecture us here. Let's do what we came to do. You can see there's no point in fooling around with him.
Hang on.
Now you're going to talk, you fucking louse. Understand?
I'm not saying anything. Do as you will.
Is there a man among you they call Istvan?
Ish who?
Istvan.
It's been a pleasure. Fuck off.
Okay, there's one chance.
Where's that band of yours hiding?
Let me see what I can do here.
I'll ask again. Where's your camp? You think you're real important, eh? A tough nut. A hero. If you don't talk, some of your cronies will. And your sacrifice will be in vain.
You'd have to catch one of them first. Idiots.
Try this stack.
Tell us where we can find that damn band of yours. Now! I can thrash you for hours and not get tired. So what's it gonna be?
Damn.
Are you gonna talk?
Yeah. I'll tell you something. Fuck off!
Look, I don't want to hurt you, but you must understand we can't go back to von Bergov empty-handed. If you tell me where your camp is, maybe...
Surely you can't expect to make a deal with a lout like this. Do you know what he's done?
What he might have done?
Fine, Stickler, what he might have done. But we've got some questions for him too, not only von Bergov.
So far, you're doing a great job.
You shut your trap when your betters are speaking. Come on, Henry. Put some pressure on him.
Escalating quickly.
Listen to me well. I've got lots of instruments here that can cause you the most excruciating pain.
You're no executioner, fella. You look more like some fop.
Tearing, cutting, ripping. There's much the good Lord attached to our bodies nice and loose and easy to separate. But you can easily avoid all that if you start talking.
I don't want to say exactly, so I don't look like a traitor. But we hide in the cliffs near Rock Tower.
What?
There's a soothsayer's cottage nearby.
That worked.
Modana, or something she's called. She brings us water and sometimes food.
Her name is Bojana.
Of course, Bojana.
And as I recall, she can hardly see. How exactly does she bring you water, eh? But you've loosened your tongue nicely. So let's carry on, why don't we?
You'll tell me, or
what?
Or you're gonna suffer. I'll show you how those instruments are used. You'll experience it all firsthand. And other parts.
I've seen bigger fellows than you break down and cry before Henry.
They always have a problem bidding farewell to their little cocks.
Go fuck yourselves. We have a camp in the Barkov. Is that enough? You'll never get there anyway.
You're lying. I was just there and spoke directly with Lord Nabak.
Looks like our fellas pulled the wool over your eyes.
How did you manage that?
Old Nabak is a gullible fool, like you two. And stupid as he is, he didn't have many men in the fortress. We took it with one finger up our noses.
Just who are you people? I doubt you're just common bandits.
Indeed not. We actually give a shit about the fate of this land. And above all, we don't want it fucked up by sellouts like you.
Bollocks! You're nothing but a band of mercenaries
Interesting.
raiding for coin. You're no different than bandits. So don't try to turn your crimes into something noble. I know quite well what you are. And I'll tell you in a language you understand.
So I was thinking about this earlier. For anyone who challenges the current feudal system of the day with lords and manors and peasants and whatnot, they don't really have one word for them. That'd be bandits. So I'm wondering if there's somewhere that leads somewhere with this discussion, but we'll see.
Someone must be in charge of everything. I want to know who.
Fuck off!
Yeah, that didn't work. Try the charm again.
If you act sensibly, I'll put a word in for you with Lord von Berghoff.
Well, I suppose that can't hurt. Fuck! I don't know him personally.
Say his name.
They call him Jan. But that's all I know. For fuck's sake!
Okay, I'll try this since I only have so many options.
One more time. Is there an Istvan among you?
I don't remember.
Now, there's no point in denying it. We know Istvan well.
A bit too well, I'd say.
Look, I'll tell you about him, but only because he's odd anyway.
Finally, something we can agree on.
How do you mean? Odd?
He seemed lily-livered to me. A coward. He avoids combat like the devil does crosses.
Does he have a special sword?
What special sword? Dobradilla.
Henry!
Does he, or doesn't he?
I don't know about any fucking sword!
It's the sword they stole from Henry.
To hell with you.
It was father made.
Why did you ambush us? Over by Rock Tower Pond.
Fuck! That was you! I knew I saw you somewhere before, and I'm sorry it wasn't for the last time.
You slaughtered a party of messengers, you goddamn monsters, my innocent men!
In war, no one is innocent. All of you on von Berghoff's side deserve to die.
All right, let's try this angle.
But we're not on von Berghoff's side. We came to him to negotiate an end to this senseless war. Only your damn band of outlaws put a stop to that.
Ha! A likely story.
There's no point in explaining anything to this numbskull. A firm hand is all he understands.
You're not worth the effort. Somebody in the region must be helping you.
I'll tell you no more. Nothing. Go and crawl back to your von Berghoff.
You must tell me. You never figure anything out like this by yourself. Someone is clearly leading you. Who?
Go to hell!
All right, I'll try the threat again.
But you will.
Go to hell, for Christ's sake!
All right, we're getting too close to this, but
Spit it out, nice and fast. Otherwise, you'll force me to use this thing. And I don't think you'll like it.
If I Kurva!
The name, say the name!
Older!
Wow.
Semin!
The groom. That's why he left his own wedding.
Jesus Christ! And what about the others? Once von Berghoff finds out...
All hell will break loose. But the people from the fortress are innocent. They know nothing.
Gnarly. Agnes. Good lord.
If you tell him, their bloods will be on your hands.
Von Berghoff isn't a madman. He'll mete justice out fairly.
My arse!
I think we got what we needed.
I think the interrogation is over.
We'll see what Lord von Berghoff has to say about it.
Go to hell! And von Berghoff too. I pray someone will send you there. Soon.
How do you feel?
Well, it's not a pleasant feeling. But I'm glad that in the end we didn't have to... you know...
I reckon he told us everything we wanted to know.
Yes, good work. There's some fella called Jan in charge. They occupied Nabokov, and that bastard Istvan joined them. But what he came out with in the end about that Samin being an ally, I just can't understand it. Why, for God's sake, has Samin turned against von Berghoff? It's open rebellion.
Do you think the others in the fortress are in on it? Old Semin? Gnarly?
I hope they're innocent. But either way, it looks like a terrible mess.
Like, why would we hold the information if we're here to try to win the favor of Lord von Berghoff? Alright.
Now, there's nothing to be done. We must tell von Berghoff what's really going on with Semin.
Don't think he'll be very pleased. Either way, we should go and see him as soon as possible and not drag things out. He's surely already waiting for us impatiently.
Up we go. Nothing's pretty in a civil war. Well, the view is nice, though.
You silly doggy.
Hey, the dog's here. So, a series of intrigues here, basically. With the lower nobility in the area. I've got a bed here, that's right. Over here. Lower nobility perhaps plotting against sort of the middle nobility. Various levels of power in this area. And there he goes. We're supposed to talk with him. I thought the whole point was to talk with him. Yeah. Where'd he go? Follow along.
I bring news from the torture chamber.
We will not talk about that here. Come to the hall, so Burgrave Hashek can hear it too.
We interrogated that captive, as you ordered, sir.
And were you able to find out anything useful?
I think you'll find some of it useful, sir.
Speak then.
We got confirmation of what I already told you, sir. Old Semine is in league with those bandits. And he left his wedding so he could ambush you.
That madman. I will make him pay for that. And what of his father? And the people in the fortress? Have they been covering for him all this time?
I don't think so. His disappearance from the wedding wouldn't have caused such a fuss, in that case. Old Semine was quite jarred by it. If he'd known in advance, he'd have acted differently.
That sounds likely. Very well then.
Okay, item number 2.
The bandits have a camp in Nebakov. Somehow they succeeded in occupying the whole fortress.
What? How? Why? You met with Nebak yourself, Lord Capon. Did you not?
As it turns out, they locked Sir Yaramir away, and someone impersonated him quite convincingly. I'm sorry, sir.
Very well. Apology accepted. At least we have found this out now. They'll soon learn what a mistake they've made.
Oh, we have more.
The prisoner confirmed that Istvan Toth is with them.
Ah. That man in black armor, yes? I remember you mentioned him.
Precisely. Black armor. As black as his soul.
I understand you don't like him. But he's only one man. I'm more interested in that pack as a whole.
That's all we found out.
I must say, you got quite a lot out of him. Certainly more than your men managed, Hashek.
But sir, they...
In any event, the die has been cast. Hashek, get your men ready. You will go to Semin and deal with that traitor.
He won't escape punishment, sir.
Nebakov will be next in line.
Lord Capon, Henry. We'll meet in the late afternoon by the stables in the upper courtyard. We won't wait for laggards, so be there on time.
All right. So we've got a little bit of time. It's just evening now, so it'll be the next day, I think. Better double check that. Yeah, I think it should be tomorrow. So there might be time to train and hopefully heal before we head out to deal with what we have to deal with. Henry in here. Or Hans. He must have left. Yeah, there he goes.
God bless.
And you. See, they're both making their way for the exit, so I'm just being careful that they don't miss it when we ride to the south.
What a waste of money.
Didn't you hear that the king himself announced that everyone should have a good bow on hand?
Which king would that be?
I don't know exactly, but when the
God
king
bless.
commands, his subjects have to obey, don't they?
You didn't hear it from the trader who sold you the bow.
Oh, he just disappeared. Oh, there he is. That's strange. Okay, have a little chat. No, we're not ready for that. I don't think. I'm just going to watch where this guy goes. Maybe it is time to go. He sharpens his dagger.
Should we ride out for Semin?
Wait, we still have to wait for Hashek. We're not going to go there alone. Von Bergov is taking this all a bit too seriously, don't you think?
Are you surprised?
Hey, Gucci. Good to see you.
He only got out of that ambush alive by a hair's breadth.
Well, so did we. I'll wait here for Hashek. You can join me if you want.
I wonder if I should do a little bit of training.
There's something I have to do.
Just be sure to get here on time.
I can. So at the other end of the... Yeah, okay, that must be where the fighting ring is. We just... Yeah, I think we just came away from there. Head back up this way. If we can do a little sword training before we head south. Hopefully enough time to heal up as well if we get beaten up again. You're there. You're there.
Oh, fucking hell! Ah, fuck that! Now that's what I call
Good practice. Ah, Black Bartosz.
Jesus! I'm hit!
Yeah, you're fine. Ah, okay.
So, how did you end up at Trotsky?
Sir Otto hired me in Prague as his bodyguard and a swordmaster for the local castle garrison. I reckon he sensed he was in danger, and he was right. A band of scoundrels was lying in wait for us on the road, and they nearly got us.
How was your company ambushed? What happened exactly?
It was well planned, I must admit. They nearly got us.
What went wrong for them?
Hard to say. Maybe we were just lucky, and God was watching over us.
That's all there was to it?
If you really want to know what I think, the idiots lacked discipline. They rushed it.
What do you mean?
It might have come down to a single fool's mistake. I don't know. But if they just waited a bit longer, we wouldn't have stood a chance. Like I say, I thank the Virgin Mary and all the saints for watching over us.
Why do they call you Black Bartosz?
It's just a nickname, of course, because of my, black hair. Every swordsman has a nickname, you know? Once you win a few tournaments, they give you one.
So you're really a highborn knight?
Indeed. I'm Bartoszek of Drahonitz. My father served Emperor Charles his entire life.
Oh, sorry. I suppose I should call you sir.
No, there's no need for formalities. Titles are worthless. A man should earn a name for himself. It's not enough to be born with a silver spoon in your mouth.
You must have been honored when the royal chamberlain chose you as his bodyguard. How did you meet?
That's simple. I was serving in the garrison in Prague's royal castle, where von Burgo was a frequent guest.
I see. But what brought you to his attention? You have good connections, I suppose.
Depends what you mean. I'd recently won 2 big tournaments, so I was invited to a splendid banquet. It was there Sir Otto offered me a position at his castle. I'd heard of Trotsky, of course, but I was still astonished when I saw it with my own eyes. Sir Otto spared no expense to build a truly mighty fortress.
Sorry, but we're about the same age, and I'd never have guessed you're a swordmaster.
We each have our own path, it seems. I even studied at university, while I could still afford it.
What? You're a man of letters as well?
I wouldn't go that far. I dabble in poetry a bit, that's all. I may come from a noble family, but we're not renowned or rich, and studying costs a fortune, and I didn't have one, so I had to do what I do best.
You became a mercenary.
That's right. I spent more time fighting than studying at university, and I came out of it alive, so I reckoned that's where my talent lies.
Where did you learn to fight, Bartosz?
I've dedicated the last 5 years of my life to it. I travelled a lot and was taught by several masters.
I'd like to see the world too, but I haven't even made it to Prague yet.
Well, I haven't been all that far either. But unless you learn from true masters, you'll never become a master yourself. Fortunately, these days there are plenty of swordsmen in Prague who will train you for coin.
I hope to make it to our royal city someday soon.
If you do, go and see Master Lamprecht and give him my regards. He's a man of honor and a peerless master of the longsword.
All right, let's get into this. Do a little bit of practice fighting with him before we have to head out.
Can we fight?
Come by another time.
Oh.
I've got better things to do.
Or not. Okay. That was a good thought. Oh, well. Guards here, hanging out. So I just have to be careful that I don't miss. So me and Handsome Times prepare. Never got too far from Trotsky, so just don't leave the castle would be a good thought. That was him. Oops. My bow away. The next best thing would be to try to do a little bit of training down here, and I can't remember who the training would be with, but there's Hans. Maybe it's inside.
You have a kind master, eh, Doggy?
Greetings, lad. What brings you here?
Okay, so I can probably learn some of the scholarship stuff here.
If I sin before God, is there any way I can atone for my sins?
Well, well, well. Have you got a guilty conscience, friend? You can pay the indulgence in the scribe's box. Or you can take the path of repentance and go on a pilgrimage. It will improve your reputation with people, but beware. Making a pilgrimage does not erase your crimes in the eyes of the law, nor does it release you from paying a fine. Always keep that in mind.
Okay. See what this
I've
does.
sinned, Father.
Yeah, well.
I want to purify my soul in the eyes of God and repent.
Your soul is pure, son. Do you really wish to make a penitence pilgrimage?
I wonder where this will go. Okay, I'm just gonna follow this conversation along a little bit.
I'll do it as a token of my love for God.
In the clearing near the stream, there is a cross in memory of gamekeeper Vatsek, who died at the hands of poacher Barton. Barton found God after the murder, and you too could seek repentance.
What penance do you give me?
Bless yourself and say the Lord's Prayer.
All right, Father. I'll go.
Okay, so another little side quest. I just want to see where that is on the map in a minute.
How long have you been here in Trotsky, Father?
Well, it's been quite a few years. But if you are interested in local history, you should go and see the scribe Erazim. He's been here the longest.
How do things work in the castle?
You mean who runs things when our lord is away?
Yeah, I see there's a lot of people here, so I wouldn't want to offend anyone.
Then you should watch out especially for Lady Yitka. She's the wife of our Burgrave Hashek. She's a pious woman, but also damned firm and strict on the servants. Her husband is in charge of the castle garrison and order in the region. Then Captain Thomas is responsible for Sir Otto's security. He's an old soldier and an upright fellow, even if he doesn't come to confession more than once a year. And the ruler of the roost here is the Chamberlain, Ulrich von Schaumburg. You seriously don't want to cross him, lad.
Already run into him, so.
I noticed there's no church in Troskowitz, or anywhere nearby. Why's that?
It's true. You'll find the closest one in Uyezd, or in Mladyeyov on the other side. In Trotsky, we only have the chapel in the castle tower. In short, this domain is the middle of nowhere. It was only with Sir Otto's arrival that great things started happening.
What is Sir Otto von Bergov like?
What can I tell you? Lord von Berghoff provides a livelihood for many people. He brought money to the region, restored and expanded the castle, and yet he spends most of his time in Prague. He's the royal chamberlain, and politics takes up a lot of his time.
I understand. He pays well and doesn't get in the way, eh?
That's not what I said. The old Chamberlain, Ulrich, manages the estate, and he's definitely good with numbers, at least.
But
But numbers and accounts aren't everything. One should also think about the salvation of one's soul. But that young man is absolutely none of your business.
Okay, then.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
Yeah. Well, I do have a bit of coin right now. Maybe I'll pay for this. Maybe I should save it for the sword lessons.
Can you tell me what's been happening in the world?
I'll tell you some interesting things.
Okay. Okay.
You have
Some
a
stories.
time master, eh, Mutt?
And we got a perk point out of that, so. Let's have a look at that. So in scholarship. Wonders of Beasts. You'll improve faster in Houndsmaster and Horsemanship skills, because all experience you gain will be 20% higher. Okay, that's one. Wonders of Man. You'll improve faster in Craftsmanship and Thievery skills. Again, 20% higher. And Nature. Wonders of Nature. You'll improve faster in the skills of Survival and Alchemy, as all experience will be 20% higher. Kind of like the survival skills, so I'm going to pick this one. And I've been using Alchemy a bit, but there we go. That's what you get for 200 grosham. And it looks like it's the next day, so perhaps, yeah, I'll go grab some. I think my bed's up here. That's inside the next section up, so getting late, and I probably need a torch up. They don't think I'm a thief. Dirty thief. Han's out wandering around. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't want to wait with him. So this should bring me back up to full health. A good sleep will. Someone's doing a little bit of chanting in the background. Probably should change out of that. I wonder if I get better rest when I'm not wearing full armor when I go to sleep. Probably without a sword. Check my food level too. Oh yeah, okay, I'm doing okay. Time to sleep. Start out on the trail tomorrow, which is now today. Okay, so health's back up. It sounds like it's raining. Flip back into the arm.
You silly doggy.
See if I have any food. A little bit. I'm going to eat some of this stuff before it goes bad. I don't have a lot of food. A little bit. And feed the dog while I'm at it.
Here you go. Take it.
good question of whether or not I should train, and I don't know if it'll knock my health down again before I head out on this next mission. Too early for these folks anyway, but. Take a minute, have a look at the map. So I think we're going to Samin next, if I understood that. Sometimes it gets a little bit twisty. So we have to talk to Capon this morning about Samin. Samin is a small village here. And then get ready to go with Hashek when he's ready to roll. I don't know where Hans went. He might not be up yet. So it's interesting the way they weave into the storyline here, all these different aspects of medieval life. And it does help bring the game alive a little bit. Not that I'm super familiar with 15th century Czech traditions or anything, but it seems somewhat authentic, so that's good enough. And I think they've done a pretty good job researching and putting a lot of detail into all of this. That knows a guard. So I'm going to take a quick break and just get another drink. So I'm going to come out of the game for a second. Crows will keep an eye on us while I'm getting a drink. So I'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in today. Alright, I'm back. Jump back in the game, and we're about to head out on a interesting adventure, I think. Once everyone wakes up. We're going to take a ride to the south, to Samin, where it's the son of the local noble here who has allegedly been operating with the bandits. The bandits are the term that the local nobility give these folks who are in opposition. I don't know the true motivations. The guy that we just interrogated mentioned that there may be something more to it than just banditry and thuggery. That's yet to be seen, but once it gets light enough, we can ride off. Curious to see what time they start manning the post here, and we can actually do a little training. A little bit early still. Actually, I'm going to make sure I've got this equipped properly. I've got a longsword that I think I started using in Nebakov in the fortress there when I did the last training bout. But sort of my bread and butter so far in the game has been using a short sword and shield. In my combat. Still fairly limited, really, but I've had a few successful skirmishes at least. Maybe I should have slept another hour. There's no one up yet.
God bless.
Now they're starting to roll out. Let's wait for... Let Hans... No. Waiting for Black Bartosz to show back up here so we can train with him a bit too. Maybe after breakfast. Maybe I'll just move the time ahead an hour. At least we'll get the sun up. There we go. There's Sir Hans. Okay. After breakfast.
Morning, Henry.
Good morning to you too.
I still don't want to do that. I don't get locked into moving the dialogue ahead before I can perhaps meet up with this guy. There he is. If he's willing to train me today.
I'd like to learn something.
That's no problem. I'll show you a few tricks. But you're not part of the garrison, so you'll have to pay.
See if I can afford it.
If there's no other way.
So it looks like it's 200 regardless. Swordsmanship is probably the most appropriate one here for right now.
I'm certain you know a few tricks with a sword. I'd like to learn them.
Yes. I learned from the Prague master Lamprecht, and a sword has saved my life a few times. Let's get started. This will take some time.
Not sure what he's trying to say there. All right.
I'm always glad to see polite.
Oh, that was an instant. Okay. That's one way to go. So just like the scholarship level I got, I just my way into another level of swordsmanship. I thought we were actually on a train, but so combat skills, warfare. Oh, nice. So what do I have here to choose from? Head protection. If you're wearing a helmet, blows through the head will cost 20% less damage. River, whenever you make a dodge, a perfect dodge, or sprint during combat, you gain a +3 bonus to warfare skills and your stamina replenishes 15% faster, 10 seconds. Rock solid is you can maintain a steady stance and use it to your advantage when you don't sprint or dodge for 10 seconds. Okay, so if I hold my ground kind of thing. Ironclad, the weight of your armor you wear affects your speed of movement and blah, blah, blah. Using this perk, your armor will weigh you down by 20 pounds less, thus having a lesser effect on your stamina. That's not a bad one because stamina is really key to being able to counter various attacks and things and sustaining an attack as well. Unbreakable. So this is another good stamina one if you're outnumbered in a fight, so which often happens, that it's more than one-on-one, that you can get your stamina back faster. I'm going to go with the general, the general one right now with Ironclad. So there we go. Helps my stamina out a bit. I don't think I had any other things. No. Okay, so I dropped some coin, and maybe I have time. Not him. No, not him. Okay, stop that. Okay. Straight up talk with him. So probably if I wanted a new technique, and you can learn different combinations, combo strikes kind of thing in this game too, so that's probably a cost.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? I happen to have some time on my hands, and a good stretch would do me well.
Okay. So Kurtsaw, crushing blow, stomach slice, Bohemian backhand. Sounds nice. So none of these are really, except for the Kurtsaw. If I switch to a longsword, that'd be great. I think that'd probably be the crushing blow would be if I'm using a mace or something, but let's check that.
I like a longsword, but there's not much room for it in the heat of battle, where brute force will come in more handy for you. Such a hit with the pommel of a sword, handle of an axe, or edge of a shield will certainly disorient everyone. Would you like me to show you?
It's 320 groschen for that. And I don't have the coin. Regretfully. Back out. Maybe we can spar though, that might be helpful.
Let's fight.
As you wish. Practice or the real thing?
Practice.
A practice fight is enough for me.
What will you fight with?
A short sword and shield.
Give me a short sword and shield.
My usual.
What weapon should I take?
Let's match it up.
The same as me.
Are you ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Okay. Swordmaster. So maybe. Ooh. Ah. My stamina down again. Oh, you can block up in time.
Too slow. You want to try me?
A little taunting, that's always nice. Try to get my stamina back up when it drops off the... Oh! Dirty.
Now that's what I call an opener. You want to try me? Ha! Go fuck yourself. Now that's what I call an opener. Come and get another.
He's pretty good. I might get my block up fast enough.
No, you don't.
Stamina, stamina, stamina. Oh. Dirty.
Take that. You won't get me. Fuck yourself. You can't stand up to this. You want to try me?
One in.
You won't get me.
Another one in.
No, you don't.
Oh, shit. Oh, got me good. Disengaged. Oh, got me good
I
there.
reckon you've had enough.
You're right.
We can continue as soon as you catch your breath.
Damn it, he beat me down pretty good, too.
That's enough for now. I need to rest for a bit.
All right.
Well done. Now, how do I get my health back? Please give me my health back. Mead? Okay. Maybe I should actually go rest for a bit. See if I can get it back that way. Dude, oh, that's the convict. That's one of the convicts. I remember him when I was a convict. Call me curious. Oh, it's the bathhouse. Okay. Didn't even know there's a bathhouse here. Oh, someone's already indulging. Let me just check and see if I get a couple hours sleep, if I can get some of this health back. Take it till noon. Yep, a little bit. Got some back anyway. Wonder the bathhouse. I don't have probably enough money to do this, but knocking on the door. It's gonna yell at me for peeking at them. That Han's in there. I got bandages enough. There's nothing I can really use here.
Ugh, never mind then. Farewell.
Small bathhouse.
What do you need?
Just want to see what it costs at least.
I'd like to use your services.
Certainly. We're open.
Okay, she does do that. So the treatment we... Oh, yeah. But it's probably going to be expensive.
I've got a few wounds that need taking care of, and I need a hot bath. And wash my clothes, too, so I don't look like a beggar.
Excellent. Pay up, and we can get started.
Oh, I can't afford it. Let's do it.
I'll gladly pay you.
Excellent. I'm sure you'll be very satisfied.
Do. Okay.
I reckon that's it. Take care of yourself out there, friend.
Thanks, Magda. I wonder if I'm getting close to the time I'm supposed to leave. There he is. Well, we've trained a bit, cleaned up a bit, healed from the training, and
I changed my mind.
I'll hang out here.
I'll wait with you.
Well, look at that. Missed me already, eh?
There you are. Can we get going?
We're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm always ready. As many a wench will tell you.
So mount up and we'll ride out. The rest of the company will join us on the way. We've got a long haul ahead of us, so to hell with unnecessary nonsense. Let's ride.
Hang on. All right, off we go. How exciting. We can do the left alt trick here and just follow along for now.
Young Semine conspired against our lord.
Standing
We're
behind
going
the
to
gate.
get him.
That was in Gable's riddle.
There's horse traffic. Holy shit, there's horses flying through everywhere. Holy smokes. There we go.
Henry, you and Lord Capon have already been to Semine, haven't you?
Aye. In fact, I'd say I know my way around there pretty well. Why?
It's good to know the place you're going to when there could be trouble, knowing its strengths and weaknesses. Number of men hiding places, so I'll be counting on you if things go wrong there.
I hope nothing goes wrong. I don't believe old Semine has joined the bandits. Can I ask you, what actually happened when they ambushed you?
You don't even want to know, boy.
I need to know. They ambushed us as well. We've got a score to settle with them too.
I meant to say, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, if you tell me, maybe we'll learn something that will help us.
I suppose you're right, even if it is an unpleasant memory.
Trust me. I know what you're talking about.
I'll tell it to you like this, boy. I'm an old soldier. I've seen a thing or two, but this was a massacre. They ambushed us from hiding. There was a terrible explosion, smoke everywhere, and they showered us with crossbow bolts and God knows what else.
Smoke?
I don't know what kind of devilment it was, but all manner of confusion broke out among our men, and they took advantage and spared no one. They killed his lordship's field surgeon, and even a maid servant on the cart. But the worst thing is, they killed young Master Albert, Sir Otto's page. I was fond of that boy.
Sorry to hear that.
He protected Lord von Burgo with his own body like a true knight. Saved him, and paid the price himself.
Not everyone has such metal.
Aye. Others would have shit themselves in his place. Only he was the son of a respectable family. And now Lord von Burgo will have to tell his father.
How did you manage to escape?
After the initial chaos, I managed to get a few men together and fight back. We had better armor, we gained a bit of advantage, and they fled.
Just like that?
Aye. It was odd. It seemed once they lost the advantage of surprise, they wouldn't risk it anymore. Or maybe they were going for von Burgo and his captain. Thought they were dead. Von Burgo, Captain Thomas, the page and the scribe were on the ground at that point.
Yeah, there's something to that. What about the prisoner?
We wounded him in the leg, so he was unable to flee with the others. He hid in the woods, but he didn't get far. They left him there. Didn't care about their own people.
Would you recognize any of them?
Damn right I would. They were masked. But if I see some bastard there with a cut-up leg or a scar on his face, it's clear they were in on it. And then there'll be hell to pay in Semine.
Coming up on Semine castle here just on the edge of the horizon. Henry also made reference to a riddle, just part of it's a bit of a side quest, trying to find pieces of armor that had supposedly mythical, but they're hidden in some of the hills around here. Prince Brunswick, I think it was, who had a fabulous suit of armor and hid them here and there. So perhaps Henry can find that in the future. We explored some caves already. Come across a door that we couldn't open that may be related to that search. But anyway, here we are at the castle. Ooh. You mean business.
Open the gates! The Lord Burgoff's emissaries!
Ruh-roh. Maybe he does know more than he let on.
It's about time you also let us in.
Welcome, Hashek. To what do I owe this, somewhat late visit, gentlemen?
Such a hearty welcome. Surely you wouldn't be angry at the Burgrave of Trotsky for merely passing by.
Certainly not. Be my guests.
Just passing by, eh? I don't suppose it's lodgings for the night you're after, gents.
You're right about that. You can stuff your lodgings. I'm interested in that youngster of yours. Where's Older? Are you hiding him?
What do you mean, Hashek?
Don't play games with me. We know everything. He helped ambush Lord von Burgo's company. So where is he?
My Older? But
That's a serious accusation, Hashek. Unless you've got evidence, I'd advise you and your old company to ride back to Trotsky on the double. You two, what's the meaning of this?
Let's talk it over calmly. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding my arse. Just look at him. He knows very well what this is about.
You should tell us what you know, sir. For your own good.
Come on, spit it out. Where are you hiding him?
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Do I have to turn this place upside down? Stop bullshitting me.
How dare you?
I withdraw my offer of hospitality. Leave, knights. We're finished here.
You're the one who's finished if you don't get your head around what's going on here. In the name of Sir Otto of Burgo, I'm giving you your last chance. Talk!
My God, he may be hot-headed, but he never killed anyone.
Sir, no.
He's my only son, Hashek. I'll tell you where you can find that damned band. But don't take my Older from me.
Where the fuck do you think we are? In some market where you can bargain with me? Your son helped murder my people. And you expect me to let him go? Hand him over, or this place will be reduced to ashes.
You better listen to him, Lord Semin. This is a serious matter.
Do you not understand me? If you had a son, you wouldn't hand him over to the executioner either.
Keep resisting me, and I can promise he'll never make it to the executioner.
If you try anything, Hashek, I swear.
Shut your mouth, Gnarly. Everyone who's with those bandits is a vile traitor. And everyone helping them as well.
Hashek, don't overdo it. Alder deserves a fair trial, not a blood feud on his entire family.
That's true. Maybe they didn't even know about it.
You surely don't believe them, do you? Ha! I'm going to burn down this nest of vipers. And if anyone tries to stop me, I'll make no distinction between you and them. Well then, which side are you on?
Oh dear. I don't have enough time.
Nothing is going to be burned down.
That's not what Lord von Bergov wanted of you, Hashek. Come to your senses.
You won't tell me what to do or not do. I'll have my revenge on these bastards, and nobody will stand in my way. Not even you.
Enough talk! Guards!
To arms! Hammer them!
Oh shit.
Traitors! Kill those traitors! I knew we couldn't trust that pair!
I gotta go against Hashek. Oh, fucker. One more. Bro, this is trouble no matter where you cut. Oh.
What the fuck? Von Bergov will hang us for this. All of us.
There is no other way.
Okay.
Thanks.
Decisions.
Thank you.
Choices were made.
Christ. Such carnage. Von Bergov did this.
His right hand, Hashek.
Von Bergov didn't want anything like this. We were just supposed to... Fuck!
He was taking revenge for the ambush.
If you'd listened to me, I told you to...
It doesn't matter anymore who told who what, goddammit! That was yesterday's shit! Now it's all new, and we're up to our necks in it!
Von Bergov will be expecting Hashek to return.
Exactly! And when he finds out what happened, he'll raise Samin to the ground.
What are we going to do?
Alright. How tricky do you want to... So questions for Olda, that's this guy's son. Cover our tracks probably means that we make up a story and we'll use the attack on Nabokov. That might be another trick to say that if we move on Nabokov, we can say this guy got killed in combat. I don't know. It sounds like a lot of people covering a lot of lies. Maybe we'll start here.
First, I have a few questions for Alder here.
All right. But quickly, please.
Let's do this one.
Who are they, these allies of yours?
Good checks. For the most part. That's all you need to know about them.
They're common murderers. They took the lives of my people, innocent people.
No one who tries to strike bargains with von Bergov is innocent in our eyes.
Now you've gone too far.
This is a war. All sorts of things can happen. As long as that criminal sits in Trotsky, there will be no peace in this domain.
There's no peace because of that very band of yours. The one you even left your own wedding for.
But we almost had him.
My God. Why do you punish me so?
Why did you join those bandits?
Because von Bergov is a traitor. A scourge of this land. Isn't that clear?
Your father is his vassal. Didn't it occur to you what would happen when he found out? Besides, a noble siding with such a rabble.
If I'd known, I'd never have consented to such a thing, believe me.
Because your spine is so bent from old age that you can't even stand up tall and straight anymore. Those bandits, as you call them, are the only people in this domain with the courage to stand against injustice, for a righteous cause. But it seems that means nothing to all you here.
Enough.
Remember who we owe our lives to. Have a little humility. Since we've lost everything else because of you.
I'd rather live in squalor than in a golden cage as von Bergov's rat.
Interesting.
Does the name Istvan Toth mean anything to you?
Why do you ask?
Because I have a feeling you must have come across him. And he has something that belongs to me.
Aye, I know the name. He joined us not long ago.
He's a traitor!
Traitor or not, we can use every man who will stand against von Bergov. But he's a foreigner, and I don't trust foreigners much.
What will we do?
So we're down to our previous two choices of covering our tracks or using the attack. And we'll see which way this goes, I guess.
Von Bergov already knows the outlaws are based in Nebakov, and he's planning a big raid. We can take advantage of that.
If we're lucky, and he believes what Henry and I tell him, hopefully he'll only take out his wrath there.
Meanwhile, we could flee.
And leave them to their fate. Betray my comrades in arms.
Older, look around you, damn it. Was this not enough for you? If he wants, von Bergov will raise every castle for miles around to the ground.
When does von Bergov want to attack Nabokov?
Only he knows for now.
And don't even think about warning them. We must disappear immediately.
If we're to save ourselves, we'll have to cover our tracks.
What do you propose?
Well, it might sound mad, but Hashek was planning to burn down the fortress, and
I think I know where this is going.
We must do the same.
Are you mad? Burn down our family seat?
Oh, Older. Henry's right. It's the only way. We can't stay
I think there's
here
too many
and pretend
witnesses,
nothing
but
happened.
Do you have anywhere to go?
Yes, I suppose so.
Be sure to go as far as possible. And you should set off this very night and make sure no one sees you. We'll give you until morning, and then we'll send news to von Bergov, and then it's in God's hands.
The two of us will go back to Trotsky now, and put on the best charade we can for von Bergov.
And not a word to anyone about what happened here. Anyone.
If it all works out, and if we ever meet again, I'll repay you.
Let's not delay any longer, Older. God protect us. And you as well.
wow. Okay. I didn't expect it to go in that direction, but that's probably a good thing. I don't like predictable storylines.
We should ride back. Report this to von Bergov.
That was a side quest. That's okay. Was indeed a necessary evil. So like I was saying before, the bandits are just sometimes a nice little term we give to things that fight against the current order. We don't know much about them yet, other than that they're pushing back against the establishment, which is Lord von Borgau in this case. So a silent ride back to the castle. Now we can follow.
Henry, you
There we
think
go.
we made the right decision?
Definitely. You saw the hell Hashek and his men let loose, didn't you?
That's true. But von Bergov won't just let it go. I don't know if we should return to Trotsky at all. What if he notices something? What if we slip up? Fuck. What then?
We'll have to pretend we didn't want to get involved. And only survived due to luck.
Right. Hashek wanted to handle it himself and leave us behind. So we only just made it out. And... God, Henry. I don't know if I can do this.
We must. Like always.
Now they've come up with their story. There's a bigger story arch to all of this that we've only had little brief glimpses of. So we're left to piece things together the best we can here, just like Henry and Hans are trying to do. Hashik was acting out of more vengeance than anything else there. But we may be able to hide the story within our actions, or perceived actions at least. But it probably will be a little bit suspicious that we're the only ones that survived it. I would think. Looks like I get all my health back too, which is nice. Felt a bit dicey there because I didn't know how good their fighters were going to be, but once we ended up going against. But once we sort of turned sides, I guess we had the numbers in our favor at least. Interesting turn of events. Almost back at the castle again. And we'll have to start crafting our story. And of course, if we're both found out, that we'll both likely be executed for that. Even though Hashik kind of went against von Bergau's orders to investigate. I think our crime would be the larger of the two. This war camp started here. Looks like.
What a beautiful horse.
I'm probably not going to stream too long today. I did want to advance things a little bit. Got some stuff to do at home here too, but we'll take it a little bit further, at least. At least. Hey, horse. Did I just block myself in? Oh, I did. There we go. Catch up with Hans. It's pretty impressive in a full suit of armor. It feels like it's too quiet here. wonder if you can see it burning from the distance. You can see quite a ways from up on these walls. Be on the south side, though. Okay, here we go. The inner chambers. I don't know if he'd be asleep or not. I was changing. I was going to bed. Okay, I just followed him back to his room. I thought we'd be a little more urgency in this message. So we get that look to the south now. So it'd probably be over here if I could see around the corner. Can't see through those windows. So I guess the right thing to do is clean up and get some sleep. Oh, that's down to the dungeons. We might be going there soon enough anyway. And my room is right here. So everyone's asleep anyway, so they wouldn't be perhaps willing to talk with us.
You silly doggy.
Okay, now back up. Let me find a trough to clean up in. How am I looking? Oh, not too bad. We're not going back up. Maybe we are now. You should be following me up, or we should be able to have a conversation here. Yes. So I just want to have a look outside the wall and see if I can actually see it burning.
Better watch out for me. Got it?
What? Up the wall this way or not? Yep. Whoops, am I outside though? Okay, I'm not outside the wall. So I want to look south. If I can. So it should be roughly over here. Just have to get to the right position. I don't know if I can get in. These are guards' barracks, so they might not let me in.
You shouldn't be bothering us here.
Yep. I'm leaving.
Be careful. God is punishing us for our sins.
Maybe I'll go outside for a minute, have a look. There they are.
Easy, good horse.
Do this before we get locked into the next section of the storyline. They're setting up a war camp here to go after the bandits, the quote-unquote bandits, who now apparently I'm a part of. Or at least assisted a little bit there. Same thing. Maybe we can't see it from here. Maybe that's too far away. I'm not sure. But we'd be south, slightly southwest. Just kind of right. Yeah, be like in this area. And I don't know. We can't see smoke anyway. They wouldn't be aware of it in the castle yet, perhaps. Oh, that's where the chamber pots get dumped. Okay. Stay away from there. Things are happening. We'll see what the Lord von Burgau has to say about all this in a second. Just ride up a little closer to where we left Hans standing. Hopefully it's early enough or late enough that we can get into this. Isn't he just right there? Hmm. Oh, okay, we'll head up ours on our own. Maybe he's already up here. Ow, ow. Okay. Making our way into the main castle now. There he is. At least one of his knights. Feel that Hans should be here with me for this.
Good day, sir. We're back from Semine, sir.
About time, too. We will talk about everything in my chamber.
Okay, let's
go.
Collect the force.
Sir, with regard to Semine...
I hope you bear some good news, Lord of Perkstein.
Well, unfortunately not, sir. Things went wrong. and old Samin and his people attacked us.
What? And where is Burgrave Hashek?
Hashek is dead.
Dead? How? And what of his men?
It grieves me, sir, but none of them survived.
How did it happen? Speak.
It turns out Alder was working with the bandits. He even left his own wedding to help them ambush you.
That rat!
Lord Samin didn't want to turn over his son, so a battle broke out. Hashek and his men fought valiantly, I must say.
And what happened then? It sounds like the Semin folk stood no chance.
At first not, sir. It was all over soon. So then we searched the fortress and found Alder wounded.
I don't know when I should lean into this. Hashek wasn't... let's see how this goes.
And the Burgrave gave orders to kill him. Just like his father.
Well, they would have ended up on the gallows anyway. I still don't understand what happened with Hashek and my men.
Well, up till then, everything went smoothly, if you could say that. Hashek ordered the fortress to be torched as a warning to others. But then, the rest of the Samin garrison suddenly pounced on us out of nowhere, and a terrible massacre started. Hashek? Never in my life have I seen anyone fight like that. He must have caught 10 arrows covering the retreat. But to no avail. In the end, the fortress was in flames, and only the two of us made it out alive.
I hope the flames could be seen all the way to Nebakov. Those bastards will soon meet the same fate.
We're not going to admit to it. Sometimes you have to keep your mouth shut. I don't know what condemning the massacre would do for us. And I'm not sure whose massacre I'm condemning, whether it would be our own on the folks of Samin, or it must be that.
That will be all for now. I will speak with the Chamberlain about the steps we shall take against Nebakov. I will announce my plan to all my vassals and allies at the evening feast. I will be expecting you both.
Certainly, sir. Come for me in the evening, so we can go there together.
Okay. Okay. Key point in the story: once you talk to Capon, free access to the world will be restricted for a while, so it'll go into a big cutscene, I believe is how it'll work. All side quests except for the Demons of Trotsky can be completed later. I don't think I even had Demons of Trotsky, did I? Wait. Oi. So for victory. Did he just go back to his room? I'm right behind you. Come on.
Be careful. It isn't safe around here.
Do you know when von Bergov plans to attack Nebakov?
I'm not a soothsayer. I don't know any more than you, Henry. I reckon he'll announce his plan to his vassals at the banquet.
What can we do in the meantime?
Wait? What else? Try to amuse ourselves? You can manage that by yourself, can't you? Come and pick me up this evening, before the banquet.
Okay. Have a look at what we can actually do here once I'm outside again.
Shouldn't be out here alone like this. Awful things have been happening here.
Oh, there's the dog. Oh, there's came out the other dog. All right, back to our room area for a minute, just to kind of pull thoughts together. So I'm not too worried about these side quests and tasks right now. So there's only one main plot quest, and I think once we get started in that tonight, that's when everything kind of shuts off for a little bit while the storyline moves ahead. May be useful to get some training here in a minute. Yeah, I'm covered in blood, so I should probably try to wash up a bit as well. Oh, so just checking to see if there's any skills that I can bump up in the short term. I'm getting close with swords. So maybe another duel might be helpful if we're bumping ahead. Oh, Jesus, that's right. So, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Wildly clicking everywhere. So we met Clara and Nabokov, and now that's the sort of focal point of attention for the next fight will be Nabokov as well. So I'm wondering if there'll be some sort of tie in there. The lovely young lady. Okay. I think I might end it. People yelling at me. I must have lost some reputation points during all that because everyone's a little bit meaner towards me now. A little more pointed tongue. Go inside. Thought I might be able to wash up in here, but I can't. That's the way I'll end it. I'll just find a place to clean up a bit and wrap things up for today. Starting to get a bit hungry, and I got a few things left to do. There's a place I can wash up right there. I'll come back to him in a little bit next time around and do some training. So interesting turns of events today. I didn't see it going this way at all, but yeah, I kind of like that. Right. Yeah, thanks for dropping in, Gucci. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. I'm still trying to get my head around the way the plot has turned here and the implications of it all. So at least I'll have a little bit of time to think about it before the next stream. But I appreciate folks for dropping in and joining me today. And hopefully everyone has a good remainder of their weekend, whatever's left, wherever you are. And I'll be back. We'll see what the schedule looks like this week, but hopefully we'll be back during the week. And if not for certain, next weekend. We can try this all again and see what the fates hold for us. I'm not going to raid out today. I'm going to go grab some food really quickly. So everyone have a good day. We'll see you soon.